Hello everybody and welcome back to an incredibly awesome episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and there's going to be quite a few of these coming. But today we're going to be talking about the amazing pairing of force feedback with motion simulation using the AB9 force feedback yoke or base from Moza, as well as the DOF Reality H3 motion platform. This has been absolutely fantastic. I know I've been a little quiet on and off the last few days, and today you're going to find out why, and a lot of really amazing things to come, so stick around.
If you are interested in any of my tutorial guides for Microsoft Flight Simulator, or simply interested in supporting the channel, consider joining me on Patreon. Patreon subscribers level tier 2 and above have access to all of my guides, as well as any future guides that come down the road. Patreon link can be found in the description below.
Watch us as we fly.
Alright folks, so as I said, I've been a little quiet. As you guys can see, I have put the DOF Reality H3 motion pit back into action. It's been out of commission for a little while. One of my struggle points before, I think, was the old belly, but we've definitely worked on that, down 60 pounds. Hey-o! And then we are also crafting new additions for this thing. So you guys are going to see this thing go through a lot of changes, just like my next level racing flight cockpit. So stay tuned for that, 'cause it's going to be pretty awesome. As you guys can see, we have a driving base on here now. We have flight equipment on here. It's going to get crazy here, and you guys are going to love this. With the 3 triples that we have going on now, with force feedback, with the motion simulation platform, and with something right down here that I am not allowed to tell you about yet, but we are so close. You guys are going to be really excited when all of this stuff comes together. But the force feedback with motion platform is an absolutely amazing experience, and the beautiful part is you include the 3 big screen triples, and it changes the game. Now, I want to agree with something that someone said in my previous video. I don't think that anything will ever beat the visually immersive experience of virtual reality. And we're going to do a separate video completely on that with, again, I'm going to call them the prime trio, if you will. And that is force feedback, haptic feedback, with motion platform and virtual reality is probably the ultimate immersive experience you could have from your house, that is. I need to fix that screen. That screen is messed up. So is that one. Ugh, there's all kinds of things going goofy. Anyway, but we'll deal with that at a later time. So this is going to be really awesome, you guys. So let's go ahead and go for a flight, and let's start doing some talking. This is going to be pretty dope. You guys can see the stick going a little crazy here. Now, obviously, I did that for you guys' benefit, okay? That is very high, but I wanted you to be able to see it in the camera here. I wanted to make sure that it was very obvious that you were getting some engine vibration, some engine rumble. Now, one of the cool part is that as we accelerate, it smooths out. And that's exactly what it should do. That is exactly what's supposed to happen, so that's a score, right? So let's pull that back, and it's going to get crazy again, a little wonky for a second, and I can even feel the motion platform shaking because of this as well. So it's adding like an inadvertent haptic feedback into the simulation. And guys, DOF Reality, this is definitely the way to go. And I just want to also touch on something real quick, because lately I've been seeing some pretty crappy comments. Oh, somebody's paying him. Nobody's been paying me to do any of these last few videos, okay? I just want to make that very clear. This I was obviously provided to do a review on almost a year ago. I have not been asked to do anything with this since. Okay, so just want to toss that out there. Same thing with the H3. It's been almost 2 years that I've had this, I think, now. So I just want to toss that out, guys. So let's just get that out of the way, that before the people are, oh, he's doing it just for money. Trust me, we don't make that much, guys. We just don't. No, I wish. I am not one of those ones who can quit my day job. I still work the old 5 a.m. to 3, you know, just like everybody else. So, but let's go for a flight and have some fun so you guys can see what some of this is pretty awesomeness. Hey, Susie, watch your head. Watch your head. Watch your head. Pay attention. She didn't pay attention. I told her to move. Oh, gosh, I need to fix those screens. They're awful. I did not get my lineup correct. That's okay. I think I might have inadvertently touched the rotation. That's what that looks like. I think the rotation got touched. I wonder if I can change my field of view with the zoom, if that would help resolve that. Because that's like one of those... It's the only thing I'll say about triples. We're closer. Yeah, we'll take that for now, right? Actually, no. Because I want to be able to see out the damn window. That's sort of the whole point, right? Anyway. So, the duo twins here that we have, the force feedback with the motion platform, you guys are going to see a lot of that in action. But first, let's sort of work the way through about what I'm sort of establishing as new priorities. If you were getting into it and you really wanted to save up, or whether you've got the money to just go for it, however it may be, I'm not going to assume anybody's financial situation, especially in these times that we're in now. So, with that in mind, I would honestly say start, I mean, obviously with your flight peripherals, but I don't think you need to start with things like this. You know, this alone, the base, I think is right around $500 US. Let's get rolling here. Max power, brakes release, we're on our way. I would say start with the 3 triples. I wish I had done this a very long time ago, but I just realized I said the 3 triples. Like that's like VIN number. I don't know why, but that's like one of those things that just bothers the hell out of me. And obviously I've got a lot of button programming to do and things like that, but like I can feel the gear coming up. Yeah, see, I can feel it in both the motion platform and in the base here. But the nice thing, so the 3 screens is what I said I would start with. And that's going to be the 3 large screens. So before this, guys, whoa, catching that wind off the mountain. Before this, I ran triples before. I had 3 28 inches. And there's no comparison. It wasn't, ooh, ah, wow. I mean, it was cool. You know, it was nice to be able to, look to the left, look to the right, be able to see. But you didn't have that. I mean, this is almost 1-to-1 scaling when they're this big. And the cool thing is God, that is so awful. I know what I'm doing after this video. And the thing is that it's all about immersion. Everything we do is for immersion. And these were only $215 a piece. Now, even if you have to buy them piecemeal, and these aren't fancy. I mean, some of you guys, I was reading the comments of that video I did where a TV changed my flight simming. Some of you guys are talking about triple OLEDs, and hat is off to you. You guys are dominating. You know, I can't do that. I wish I could do that. That would be sick. That's a whole different level of quality right there. But, you know, you don't have to go that route, though. Like, these are just standard 4K LED, 60 hertz. And even being at 60 hertz, I haven't noticed any problems. And don't get me wrong, for those of you who are about to come in and say, oh, wait till you try 140, I'm sure I can't afford 144 hertz. Like I said, most of this stuff was not given to me. Anyway, so, you know, what I'm trying to get across is you don't need to break the bank to get this pretty awesome. And this has been such a cool experience, and wait till you guys see what other content is coming to the channel because of all of this setup. I mean, I think you guys are going to love it. And wait, there is something so special, so amazingly freaking cool about this thing that I can't tell you yet. We're right there, but I can't say it yet. I'm not allowed. But when you do, if you guys are interested in buying a flight base, if you guys are interested in buying a base for flight, and you have any other hobbies, I'll let your mind wander, that involve a computer and some sort of simulation, just wait. Please, wait. Wait! Put your credit card down. Wait. Unless you're already going to buy this, then you might as well. But anyway, it absolutely awesome stuff. Awesome stuff coming. So that's the triple screens first. 3 large screens is the kicker. You got to have the 3 large screens. It's got to be large screens. Now, before anyone gets on it, and I'm sure someone's already probably typed the comment in by now because I waited too long to say it. No, nothing is ever going to beat the visual immersion that virtual reality brings. Nothing. Nothing is ever going to beat that. Whoa. But there's a lot of reasons why people may not want to get into VR. First off, there's a lot of sims that don't support it and don't support it very well. Second, it's expensive. Now, this was still expensive, and don't get me wrong. And you got to remember, don't just think about the TVs. You also have to find a way to mount it. But I'll tell you right now, I'm going to give you guys a little tip. These are 50-inch TVs. There are mounts. You don't have to buy them as one stand. Go on Amazon, and there's a couple of other, like some other retail or office supply stores, things like that. And they'll usually have TV mounts that you can move really high that support anywhere from 50 to 65-inch TVs for usually like $90 a piece. The only difference is they're independent. I'm going to give you guys another little tip. My 3 TVs are being held together level on each of the axes by wood clamps. You know, the real big long clamps that you would use on a woodworking table. Okay, just make sure they have the rubber feet so you don't, put a metal foot on a plastic frame, and don't over torque the damn things. Again, you're not, they just need to stay in line. Once they're in line, give them a little ee, and then you're done. Okay, so let me put this, let's get on to the DOF Reality H3. This thing is absolutely phenomenal. It's another one that's gone through multiple software updates, multiple firmware updates over the years, and some major hardware improvements that even I don't have yet. And I'm actually looking to purchase hopefully soon. But on standard 3 triples, which was the first time that I ever tried this thing, just on those 328s that we talked about before. Okay, did I say 3 triples again? I think I did. Anyway, I don't know. I like VIN number apparently. Well, now I'm saying number 3 times. Anyway, I didn't like it on the 328s. It wasn't cool, because the 28s, by the time that you get into a bank like this, the 28s you're looking up, like it weren't there. Where here, the screens are large enough where you never get that feeling. It just looks like you're looking out the window, but now you can actually feel it, and you're moving with the large screen. So you don't have to have VR, and this is another really big one for maybe you just like to have the open, maybe you don't like the feeling of wearing a headset, because I'll admit, as badass as VR is, you can get fatigued wearing them pretty quick, especially, some of the ones that get hot or don't ventilate well. I will say the Pimax Crystal Light is absolutely phenomenal, and in my personal humble opinion, and yes, I have said it 1,000 times, I'm going to get this one out of the way for you, I am a Pimax fanboy. I absolutely am. But, I've always come back and said to me, how do you become a fanboy? You become a fanboy by using something over and over again and always being satisfied with the performance, right? And I always want to emphasize this anytime we talk about Pimax, because yes, Pimax provided me with the Crystal Light, and they provided me with the Crystal. I have purchased and owned every single version that Pimax released prior to the Crystal. I believe that's 5 different VR headsets that I bought from Pimax. The last one that I purchased was the 8KX. So I am very grateful for Pimax. I'm very grateful for the relationship that I have with them, but that is not when I became a fanboy. Okay, so I still have the 8KX hanging up on the wall just behind you guys. So anyway, I digress. In my personal opinion, the Pimax Crystal Light is the best performing VR headset. Yes, I've gotten to try some of the new ones. Not as many as I would like. Some of them are just out of reach, but all the ones that are currently out on the market I have absolutely tried, and I do believe that is the best bang for the buck. So, just food for thought here. But this whole platform, these together, the AB9 has come such a long way. The force feedback telemetry and customization options that are within the software have really just been refined and turned into something that, I'm not going to lie to you, there are profiles that already exist in the software that you can use and you can just jump in and go. And they're good. They are good. But if you really want to get the most out of it, the one thing that I will say about force feedback from anyone is that you're going to have to be willing to sit down, take the time, and find out what settings feel the best to you. And take the time to learn what the settings are. Now, the one thing that I really like about Moza's software is that you can highlight over any line and it tells you what it does. And it tells you what it does, whether it be something that's making up for something that's in the sim or not in the sim, right? But it literally tells you step by step, here's what this setting does, this is what this setting does, this is what this, blah, blah, blah. You guys get the gist. Where are we at here? There's 100 knots. Because you know what I didn't do, folks? I didn't bind my flaps. I can't remember what they are. What is it? I thought it was right alt. Nope. Alright, where's my mouse? Here we go. Alright, so this is going to get really awkward here for a second. I need to rebind so many of my controls now. I am using a right-handed trackball mouse with my left hand. We're just going to go full flaps here. Am I inside the arc? No. There I am. Now I am. Alright. And let's get that gear down. Oh, jeez. Kicks you in the ass when you do it. Alright, we're going to call that. And now I can do this. Boop. Alright, close enough. We're going to take that. Actually. No, it didn't. I was going to say that might have solved our problem, but it didn't. Anyway, we'll use this one. No, we won't. That looks weird. That looks even worse. I guess that was it. Good job, Mike. It's your camera that looks weird, you bonehead. Anyway, so let's go ahead and try to bring this thing in. The nice thing about the Mooney is it has those speed brakes. Why don't you guys just sort of enjoy it? You can see my hand moving. There's 70 knots. Should have at least bound the speed brake. Ready? Ready? We're gonna put our finger on the keybind for it though. Oof, God, I hate this part. Speed brake's out. Oh no! No, stop! Love me! That may not have gone as I pictured it in my head. So, but this is the other cool thing, man. The overall experience and enjoyment of these all coming together it's out of this world, man. It's something that I definitely want you guys to look into. If I were to give you guys my priorities and the way that I would go about this personally, my personal priority, knowing what I know now after how many years of doing flight simming and everything that's out there and everything I'm aware of, I would start with 3 large screens. This is where I would start. They're relatively cheap now. They're just not the price that they used to be, and quite frankly, they're cheaper than most monitors now. You don't need a lot. I know the comments are going to blow up. I said you don't need a lot to get started. Yeah, as time goes on, you'll probably want to upgrade. And if you have the money, if money's not a concern, yeah, I would absolutely not tell you to settle. Go and get 3 really freaking nice TVs. Get your 4090, or I guess the 5090 now. Good luck if you can find one at a price that's not going to, murder something. But yeah, then move into something like these force feedback bases. Your for your throttles that you guys will find out in a couple weeks. Some really cool yokes that some of you may have already accidentally gotten a sneak peek on. work in that environment first. So first set up your visuals, then set up your feel for your hands. So that's the way I want to describe it, the feel for your hands. Set up your hands. And then set up, if you can go for it, get something like the DOF Reality H3. This thing is absolutely amazing. The reason why I specify the H3 is it also has yaw. Okay, where the H2, for example, has pitch and roll, but it has no yaw. This one has yaw. Now, you can go even higher than that, where it's actually got the vertical lift. I can't remember, that's a surge, I think it's called. You know, and yeah, those are huge, though. Those are massive things. So I don't know. I've never actually gotten to try anything like that before. But this thing is phenomenal. And then decide whether or not you want to make the move into VR. Or if you just want to start with VR, that's something too. But I'm telling you guys, this is an entirely new experience. It's incredible. There's incredible stuff coming. I cannot wait to show you guys more with this thing. I can't wait to show you what's on my left side. I can't wait to show you something that's going to be going right here. It's just a lot of really cool stuff I think you guys are really going to like. So if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell for notification of future content. Also, be sure to follow my other channel, Overkill Entertainment 8. A link to it is down in the description below, because there's going to be a ton more videos and things that are going to be shown on that channel, so that way I don't blow the algorithm to hell on this channel. But there's going to be a lot of really cool stuff I think you're going to like. There's going to be more DCS World. There's something really awesome that's coming from WinWing that I'm really excited to show you guys for DCS World, especially, that you guys are going to love. I'm still going to show it on this channel as well, but you'll see it more in action. And then also make sure to follow me on Twitch. Now, I am going to be streaming on both YouTube and Twitch, but Twitch, the nice thing about it is the streams tend to handle a bit better, and when you type a comment to me, I get it almost instantly. With YouTube, sometimes there's over a minute delay from the time someone has sent a comment to me to the time I see it. So by then, you know, whatever they might have been talking about is probably already gone. So anyway, just a couple things of advice. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope at the very least you enjoyed watching me make a fool of myself on landing. I'm going to fix these damn screens because they're pissing me off as far as the views go. But anyway, as always, guys, stay safe and healthy. Love you all. See you in the next one.